Hey everyone, and welcome back to today's video. It's Ross and this is the GrooveTube Academy, and today we're going to be doing the second video on our opt-in funnel. So if you remember from the last video, we decided to make a squeeze page, or your very first landing page, and this would basically be coming from wherever you're sending your traffic from. So whether it's a Facebook ad or Google AdWords ad, or perhaps a blog on a page that you have, they would be sent into this squeeze page with only one thing to do. So this is what we created on the last video, and this is just a mock-up of what I did, and it was basically just, you know, the image of your logo, the heading, what the offer is, and then the chance for the person to put in their email and for you to collect that email. So once they've done that, your funnel will then send them to what's known as the bridge page, and that's what we're going to concentrate on today, which is going to look something like this. So let's get straight into the action. We'll make this screen bigger for you. And so what we've got here on the bridge page, or the thank you page, is basically the logo again. So it's all congruent, same colors, same text, all that sort of thing. And then this time we'll put in a video placeholder. So there'll be a video in here explaining the offer to make sure your lead knows exactly what they're getting, and then a little bit of a hook, and then the link to send them straight to the offer. So let's get straight into the action and get you your funnel on the go. So this was the first page, as you remember from the first video. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch it now and make sure you create it. We did this from scratch actually to get you a good feel for how GroovePages works. So what I've done to save time actually, with this one I went into, so this is just to show you the funnel that we've created. Some of these pages, it's just a bit of a hiccup with GroovePages at the moment. I can't actually delete, I've just been playing around. But this is basically the landing page that I've created here, and I've just renamed it, and I've changed the URL. So it would be groovetubeacademy.com/24-hour ranking system. Now what I did is I saved this as a template. So once you're into this page, save as a template, and now this is going to save us a lot of time, which I'm all about. So I already created one just in the background, just for speed, but I'm going to take you through exactly how to do it. So you want to click the plus icon, and we're just going to use template this time rather than start from scratch. And you'll see here, when I've saved the template, it's got the template here. So I'm just going to select this, and it will bring up the outlay of what we had before. And all I need to do now is just go through and change it so that it's looking something like this one. So let's get straight into it. So we've opened up our template, and let's go in and we'll change the page first of all. So if you edit settings, so into funnel, select the page you're editing, and we'll just change this over to thank you page. You can have this whatever you like, but just remember that this will come up in here. You see how I've named this demo 1, it will come up here, so just pop in whatever you like. And then here I'll just put in 24-hour thank you, just for my reference, and then we'll save that, and you'll see that's come up, thank you page, and then in the funnels itself it's 24-hour thank you. Perfect. So that's that bit done already. We'll get into editing the page itself. So let's just minimize that, if it will. There we go. So we want to, first of all, delete the 2x2 layout. So this one here. So as you can see down the bottom here, let me just hide this. You can see that I've selected 2x2. Let's just delete that. And then what we want to do is drag in an empty container, so blocks, wireframes, empty. We want to drag the second one, empty one, and just fiddle around with it until it says drop your block here, which is just below the first container that we put up here. So that's that container in. Now we want to drag a video, so into elements, I'm going to drag a YouTube video in for this one, and we'll insert that into the container that we've just placed in. So it always goes in pretty big, but we can change that now by selecting the YouTube video itself, and you want to go into size, and it's relative to the parent being the container that it's within. I'm just going to reduce that down to 80%-ish. Yeah, and that's reduced it in size. So you want to drag the container. So you'll always see when you select something, it'll tell you exactly what you've got selected, and it tells you down here as well. So if you want in the containers, you can either click it there or you can use that icon. And I just want to drag this a bit closer to the text at the top there, as you can see on this one. So that looks good. Now we'll drag, I need some text below the video, which is here. So elements, we'll make this one H2 because we already have an H1, and we'll drag that in. You just have to fiddle about with that a little bit until it says heading, and then we want to drag a solid button. So button, solid button, and we'll stick that one in below the heading, and then we'll start altering the H2 text. So I'll go over to this page and just copy this for speed. Copy and select in here and paste. And then we can always fiddle around with this just to make it a bit bigger. Drag this down a bit. We can make the text bigger, so the size. And then we can center it. And let's have a look at that. Yeah, that'll do. So we just need to create some space in between the video and the text. You can use these little margin buttons here to do that. Just keep your finger on it and drag it. I'm using a mouse, by the way. I found it a lot easier. And if you wanted to do it manually, it's in here. So if you look at this figure here, when I'm dragging this margin, that's what it's changing. There you go. So we'll keep it at 2, I think. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And we'll go into the button, and we want to, so we're in design mode on the button, change it to configure, and we want the button text to say something like this. Copy, paste, and at the moment I've not got a link, but this is a great thing about the solid button. You can send it wherever you want, but we'll eventually have it go into one of our other funnel pages, but I'll leave it as none just now. We'll do that in the wash up in one of the later videos. So update that. So there we go. We just need to make this button a bit nicer now. So we can drag out the size, make it a bit wider on the page, drag it down here a bit, create a little bit of a margin between the text, back into design, we can go into text. Let's make it a bit bigger, like that. We'll put it in the center of the box. Great. And let's change the background color of the box. So what I've done here is I've got a little tool up here, a Chrome extension called Visual Inspector. And what you can do is it copies basically what's on the page, so you can use like the text, colors. And as you can see, I've got a color down here. So what we'll do is I'll select this one, and then you're just copying this little code here for the colors. So copy that, Command and C, or Control and C if you're on a Windows. Done. Minimize that. And we will go into background color and this one here, and then I'll just paste it into there. There we go. And we also want to change the hover action. So this is when the little arrow goes over the button and it will change to a different color. I think I've done it, yeah. So you see it just changes color. It makes sure that people know that they've actually clicked it. So let's change that. So hover, let's minimize that. Background, and let's just make it a slightly different color. There we go, and we can change the border. So just deselect either the hover, active focus, whatever you're working on, and then this will just change the button itself. So the corners, I'm going to have them nice and rounded as so. And just remember to save your work as you go along. So we're getting there. I think we actually might be there. So we've got the logo, we've got the text, we've got the video, a little bit of the hook before they press the button. So logo, text, video. The video is probably a bit bigger than this one, but never mind. The text, the button, and then everything else that we copied over before. So I think we're almost there. Oh yeah, we could maybe just have a little practice design. We could do a little bit of shading under the video, LG. That just changes, gives it, just lets it pop out in the screen a little bit more. I always like to do it on the button, shading, LG. You'll just see it leaves that little shadow underneath, which makes it sort of stand out from the page. It's much nicer that way. And what we can also do is when you've got the button selected, you can actually set a delay. So say you wanted somebody to watch the video for at least 15 seconds, then this button wouldn't appear until 15 seconds has passed. So make sure they watch the video before actually clicking any further. So let's do that, save. Now one thing we need to do just before we move on is just check the other pages. So at the moment, we were altering all pages. So I've been working on pretty much the desktop version. So I'm just going to go through the different ones. They might need slightly adjusted. Laptop's looking good. iPad sideways looks good. iPad vertical. Yeah, it's fine. Mobile usually needs a bit of adjusting. Yeah. So you can just see here that the mobile, what we need to do is just make sure we've selected just the mobile. Okay. And it's not changing the rest. So mobile, select the text, and it's just a little bit. Sorry, that's the button. Yeah, that's right. Text. It's just a little bit too big. So let's reduce that. And we can drag it down a little bit. And you'll always notice if you went a bit too big. So let's just increase that. You see this bar that pops up here? That means that when people are scrolling on the page, it's going to be jumping all over the place. So make sure you don't have a bar at the bottom of your mobile bit, and just draw that back in again and it'll disappear. Watch the bottom of the page as it disappears. There you go. So then you notice it's the right size. So let's just drag that down a wee bit. No, it's too, that'll do. Got that. This could probably maybe going up a little bit, so we'll select the container and then drag that up. Perfect. So that's the mobile. Now sometimes this changes the ones up from it, so just go back again and just check they're all okay. Yeah. 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 Video's probably a bit too big, but never mind. Let's get this finished. So that's saved. And then we're going to publish. Just taking a wee second. Get rid of this container. Content save. Changes usually go live in a few minutes. I'm not actually sure it's published. Let me just press it again. So just as a recap, that has now built our thank you page or bridge page to whatever the offer is. So if you're an affiliate, for example, even if you're an affiliate of Groove, your initial page, which was over here, let's go back to this one, would be your landing page. So this might say something like, here's the best way to create a landing page in under 5 minutes. And you might have a little ebook there, and it shows them exactly how to do it. They would put their information in, and then they would land on the thank you page. And this video would be all about, hey, wait a minute, why don't you sign up to a free GrooveFunnels account? And we can actually show you exactly how to get a page up and running and creating funnels straight away. And then this link would go through to your affiliate link. And this is the best way to do it, because you're then getting the email from the prospect, they then become a lead. And now you've got 2 ways of getting, basically getting them to sign up to GroovePages. If that's what you're doing, you can email them and you can send them straight through to the offer. So this is the best way to do it, and you're building an email list at the same time. So it's a great way to do it. So that's the second page done, and then in the next video, we'll look into the actual offer itself, which page they're landing on once they actually click through here. So if you've got any comments, please do put them in the below the video. Any feedback whatsoever, it really helps me to help you. And please give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and be sure to watch out for all the upcoming videos and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate your time. Hope you have a great day wherever you are, and thanks for watching. We'll see you sometime soon.